So how about we do partitioning? To do partitioning, guys, we're going to create the main table, right? Which is called table, let's call it grades parts, right? And here's the trick, guys. It's the same thing. Serial, not null. And then the grade, integer, not null also. But you have to say partition by range. And which is the range in this case? The G will be the ranged here, right? We didn't define the range, but you have to create this table with partition in mind. And just like that, we created it. Now, you're responsible to create all the ranges, all the partition yourself. The database is not going to do this for you. So I'm going to create the partition one by one now. And I'm going to define the partition as G, which is just like the name of the table, and then 0, 35. So grades from 0 to 35 goes into this table. How do I do that? Create table G00, and I'm going to make this exactly like the table above that, right? So like the grades parts table. And I'm going to include indexes. I don't have to do that because there are no indexes in this table, remember? What I'm going to do is I'm going to add the indexes after the fact. It's okay. So now we have G035. It's just a normal table for now. I just want to copy the same exact structure. So if I describe this table, we have ID and G, and there's no indexes or anything. So let's go ahead and create the rest of the tables. From 35 to 60, let's say. And then we're going to create from 60 to 80. And then finally, from 80 to 100. These are the four partitions in this case. Only 4 partitions. And now, what I'm going to do, I am going to attach the partitions on my main one by one to my major table, right? And to do that, I do alter table. Which table? Of course, the grades parts. That's the partition table, right? Attach partition G0035, which is this table, for values. Which values are this allowed for this table? For values from 0 to 35. That's what I'm supposed to do, right? And I have to do the same thing for the rest of the partitions, which is from 35 to 60, right? And we're going to change this guy to 35 to 60. Boom. And then we're going to do the same thing from 60 to 80. Da-da-da. 60 to 80. Boom. And then finally 100. 80 to 100. 80 to 100. Nice. Now these are partition are attached. But remember, guys, this table is empty. It doesn't have anything. It's empty. So now, if I describe any of the tables, obviously G80, 100, they say a partition of grades parts for values from 80, and it will describe details of this. But there are no indexes in this table, nor on the grade. Let's clear this up. Grade parts. There are no index here.